Welcome back, Power Crew. This is your host, the real Power Ranger 541. And this is my second episode on Power Review. Today I'll be looking at the SPD Morpher for the original 5 Rangers and Battlizer. Sorry about the last video, it was definitely rather rushed. Unfortunately, I didn't point out certain things for the toys. For instance, the LED right here, if it actually working in that. On this one, and an LED being here on the front of this one. And this one. Reasons for me not pointing them out is actually because the lights and sounds work awesome on these, but the actual the sounds work awesome, but the actual lights don't. Now, to quickly get into these. Okay, I will quickly review the Battlizer first, because this one has a lot more features, actually. The Battlizer comes with this, the wrist strap, and if you're wondering, why do I have the wrist strap off? Because I'm not going to actually put it on my wrist, and it's actually a lot easier to review and show you guys than to have it on the back. At least when I have to handle it and everything. Sorry about that. Actual Battlizer Morpher is a repaint and remold of the 6th Ranger, the Omega Ranger's Morpher. Which, since the Omega Ranger was considered a Powerball, Powerball or Sphere, or whatever you want to say, he just he didn't have a morphing sequence. So when you see this and you see the Red Ranger morphing, yeah. Has that, can spin, this flips up, turning it on, allows no noises. Press the button, press it again, that would be the morphing sequence, I believe, and then when you turn this, no differences, and if you do anything like that, it does have the SPD thing there. Has the same shield, but it is gold this time, instead of, let me get it better, closer. Sorry, I'm recording this in low quality because, well, my rant videos are still actually on this, and they are taking up a lot of space. Also, it still actually has this sticker put here instead, but originally it does have a VI for the Omega Ranger's Morpher in that, and has the exact same noises as his Morpher, which actually were the same as his Japanese counterpart's Morpher, I believe. Now, the true coup de grace is the SPD Morpher. Our release actually got this little sliding tab and everything. Most people actually consider it a very nuisance, or it's a very bad thing that came with it. Me, I actually find it rather enjoyable to have this, and since it does relatively lock in place, it's nice to have. Now, what I prefer to do, normally you want it like this, to actually show how it was in the show, where they would pull it off from the back, and then they would morph. And that's all the playability with this. I mean, this would fit on the front of your belts, or in particular, it would fit on the back. Or what you really should do is actually clip this onto your pants, because if it's on a belt, it's not really that good normally. Okay. Now, SPD Morpher. Right now it's off. You turn it on, no activation noise. There are 2 modes, change and judge. And I did change the batteries out on this so you'll be able to hear the noises. Change, SPD emergency. Really? Give me 1 second. SPD emergency. Alright, there we go. And you get your little number pad here, and you get the shield for the SPD, for the police, the SPD, Power Rangers, and everything. And you do get your phone gimmick and all that. And now, prepare to be judged. Sorry, my button up here is a little sticky. But that is the 2 modes that you get. And it always, for judgment mode in particular, when you hear that noise, it always says guilty. And to flip this back up, you need to, well, flip it back up. And locking it in place, you actually slide this up to lock it in place for the shield. Now, one neat feature about this one compared to the original one, well, it's not really neat, but it's different. We have the shield and we have the phone gimmick and everything. Originally, there were 3 modes, and we got rid of it just to have this, and the whole judgment thing. Although there is no innocent or guilty, it's just innocent. Because the only person that ever was not guilty was, well, there's only 2 times I believe you ever found out that somebody wasn't guilty for something in Power Rangers SPD, so really they already knew they were guilty before they even consulted anything. Speakers on the back. As you saw, there's 2 LEDs right here. Heck, if you even want to re-listen to the morph and everything, here we go. Just so you can hear it. And all the noises were actually imported from the original toy from Special Police Deca Ranger from Japan. Now, my personal thought on this Morpher is actually it's a really cool toy for kids, but I have seen a review from Ranger Reviews, actually, that talked about it, and I truly do agree. The original Morpher you get from Japan's version, at least, would be a better one for you to get. Because it's bigger, it actually has the real case you put on the back that actually clips in, and the Morpher fits in it extremely well. I mean, but this one is really small. And yes, this is another toy I've had since I've been a little kid. And I'm actually happy that this one isn't destroyed or anything. And it does have a little detailings here. Like if you can see, there's a bit of grooves for the star. Yes, there's a little bit of wear and tear here from me roughhousing with it. But yeah, compared to all the other morphers that you normally will see, this actual foam morpher can take a lot of abuse. I mean, like, I shouldn't be saying this. This tells how bad I was with it. But from the real Power Ranger Fire for one, there's a bit of dirt in here, and there's scuffs right here where I wear and tear it. Same here, and like I even showed somebody like me morphing with it, and it did have that little "oh, whoops, you do have these problems" type of deal with it. Now, just to show you guys, because I know some people want to know about this, like, okay, how do you put this on? Because normally it actually doesn't come on with it. Very simple. Although this one has bigger holes than the rest, yes, pun completely intended. The other morphers, like this one, the Ninja Storm one, and this is actually my last one for I have that actually fits on the wrist. The Ninja Storm one, let me quickly pull the piece out. Get out of there. Okay. Comparing it to the Ninja Storm one, as you can see, it's about the exact same size or whatever. But comparing this one to how they did the SPD one, which was 2 years after, Bandai of America kind of screwed up here because, watch. You push this in, but you have to force it. Like, you are actually rubbing the plastic, or I don't even want to call it plastic, but I think it is. It's like I don't know what this is made out of, actually, but you actually rubbing this the whole time you're putting this in. With this one, and I believe the Dino Thunder Morpher, which I do have somewhere. I have to find it, but that will not be reviewed as at any time soon, because I haven't gone... Out of everything I've actually had, this is all I've gotten out of storage so far. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that is my review for the SPD Morpher and Battlizer. My first review was the Ninja Storm Morpher, Thunderstorm Morpher, and Ninja Storm Battlizer. Unfortunately, that one wasn't too good. I'm sorry about that. I just kind of wanted to quickly get those done because, well, once realizing they didn't have lights or sounds, I just kind of just went with what I had. I'm sorry about that. Now, the next review will be the Solaris Knight Morpher from Power Rangers Mystic Force, and then right after that will be my Legacy Power Morpher. I will be explaining a little problem I had with it once I start reviewing it. And you'll see it right away. And actually, that is where I'll be using this turntable. Sorry I didn't really use it with this because, well, for some of it, it's really nice to show. But since I can't get too close with my phone, and the morphers aren't really that big, it doesn't look good on the camera, unfortunately. The Legacy Power Morpher, though, I will definitely do it with this just because I want to start using the turntable, and I think it's the best one to do it with because, well, it's the biggest one, and it's very, very unique. I'll even have a shot where I shine light on it, like in the dark to show you how bright the sucker is. The thing is massively awesome in silver, or in paint or whatever. Yeah, I will be doing. Sorry about that. The Mystic Force Solaris Knight Morpher, as I said. Oh, I also have the Nitro Blaster to review. And the Power Rangers and the Legacy Power Morpher, along with this Beetle Bonder I found. Stay tuned. I actually will do this Solaris Knight Morpher review and the Beetle Bonder together, and I will do the Nitro Blaster, and then I will do the Legacy Power Morpher. So stay tuned for that, and this is the Root Power Forever 1. I am signing off. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And Power Crew, may the power protect you.